guys, welcome to Emmarie Lane, where my goal is to help you feel beautiful inside and out and remind you that you are enough, and also save you some money if I can. In today's video, I've got some graduation hairstyles for you and also some hacks and tips and tricks, all the things to help you feel all put together and beautiful and to make sure your cap stays on your head for as long as you need it to. If you want to see how I created these curls, I know my hair's kind of long so you can't see them all the way, you can click right here. I have a full video dedicated to how I get my curls to last a long time and to look exactly the way I want them. First hairstyle can be worn with curls or with straight hair, however you want it. If you wear it with curls, it's a little bit more soft, and if you have your hair straightened or wear it straight, it'll be a little bit more edgy. So it's just your preference. First, I'm going to fold my cap so I can get it out of the way as much as possible because we kind of got a little side design going on. And then figure out, that out of the way for a second. Figure out where it's going to sit. Don't attach it to your head right now, just figure out where it's going to go if you need to fold it anymore. And then find where the cap sits lowest on the side of my head. You don't need to worry about the back, just the side, like right behind your ear. Find that spot and then mark it with a bobby pin. That way we don't go too high up when we're doing our half updo. Okay, remove your cap and then we're going to start sectioning out the hair. My goal is to take the side of my head with less hair, so I parted my hair pretty deep, not so deep, like a little bit past the arch of my eyebrow. Could go a little bit further down if you want to, but my goal is to divide this section, this square right here in between my hairline and the bobby pin, into 3 sections. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you don't want it to be, don't stress out too much. And then I'm just gonna take a clip and bring it to one side, flip it out of the way for just a second. Take another clip, this one out of the way. You want to be gentle so you don't mess up your curls if your hair is curled. I'm going to grab a little piece right in front at that bottom section where you didn't clip off, and then I'm going to do a Dutch braid. Go do a French braid if you want to. I like the look of Dutch braid a little bit better, especially on my fine, thinner hair. And you're just going to Dutch braid straight back until you reach that bobby pin. I'm taking small sections so I can have my braid be more intricate. If you want to take bigger sections, go for it. I think it looks a little bit better if you take at least a medium-sized section versus large sections, especially if you're doing it on straight hair. And I'm just gonna go all the way back until I reach the bobby pin that we used to mark our spot at the beginning of this hairstyle. I'm gonna take another bobby pin and secure it into place. I'm just like grabbing the tails of the braid and then pushing the bobby pin into the braid itself, and that way it stays nice and secure. I think I'm going to stick a couple bobby pins in there just to make sure it's secure, and then we can continue on. So I'm just going to take that next section, the middle section, and flip it back over and do the exact same thing. Keep braiding. And then once that's done, ooh, I got a little bubble. If you got little bubbles, you can just pin them down. I didn't even notice that. You can remove the bobby pin that is marking your spot, and then take some more hair, kind of drape it over the back right here so you can hide all the bobby pins that you use to pin the braids in place. And then you can place this where you want it, pin it in place however you want to, and you're done. If you're worried about your curls, like while you're braiding, you could wait to curl your hair until after. That's it. Okay, what all I did was I put some bobby pins along a card and then painted them with nail polish. I just used bright pink and a darker blue, so I just pray that these are dry all the way. You want to make sure they're dry all the way. I just painted them like 10 minutes ago, so I don't know how dry they are really. So we're gonna hope for the best. Then you have this really cute pop of color that also holds your cap on. And you can do that on either side or all the way around the back. You could also buy colored bobby pins. I know that that's a thing, but this is so much cheaper. And if you don't like the look of bobby pins but you like how secure, make sure cap feel, you could paint them the same color, or as close to as possible the same color as your cap. So I just painted these ones darker blue, and then you can really stick them anywhere you need them because you can't see them. That way you can crisscross them, have them go all the way around your head. If you have a really hard time getting your cap to stay on when it's folded, but especially in pictures when you don't want a bunch of bobby pins just like all around your head, this is an awesome solution. Okay, next we got a really cute ponytail that is definitely not just like a normal pull up your hair ponytail. But first I'm going to start by just grabbing some sections of hair, letting them kind of frame my face. Then I'm going to have my part towards one side versus the middle, and then grab a smaller, not tiny, but like a smaller section of hair right up front on the heavier side of my part, and divide it in half and start doing a rope braid. Rope braids are the easiest type of French braid, adding in braid, or just braid in general in my opinion, because you only have two sections that you're holding. Take the front piece, twist it towards my face, strands just switch sides, twist it towards my face and then away from my face, and then I'm going to start adding in sections, make sure I leave a little bit around my face. And you only need to add in hair on the side that is closest to your face. Oh, you want to make sure when you're braiding the braid that you're going diagonally down, so that way it kind of like curves around to the back of your head. I'm just going to take this braid all the way down to about the middle of my head where I want the ponytail to sit. If you need to, make sure you mark where your hat's gonna lay before you start braiding, so you don't have to like redo the whole braid if you put it in the wrong place. I'm taking bigger sections, not huge, but I do want to add in as much hair as possible to each section because it's all going to go up in the ponytail anyway. I am leaving some hair around here kind of to make things a little bit softer when I pull them up. It's not just like a huge stretched out section from my hairline to the braid. You can just scoop everything up if you want to, but I'm not gonna. Once I get a few inches past my ear, I'm going to stop adding in sections and just do a normal rope braid. I'm going to temporarily tie it off. I'm just going to use like a bobby pin because that's easiest for me. If you have thicker hair, you'll probably have to use an elastic. Then I'm just going to hold the braid with one hand and then stretch out the individual pieces with the other because I want a lot of volume. And look how nice and full that is. It's amazing. Okay, and then I'm just going to, I placed my bobby pin a little bit higher than I wanted my ponytail to sit, but I'm just going to gather up all of the hair, including the braid, into a ponytail. Once I get the ponytail situated where I want it and I get everything combed back, I'm going to remove the bobby pin that's holding the extra braid so I can add in the ponytail. And then once that's done, I'm just going to add some volume to this side that doesn't have the braid. I don't need to really worry about what's on top because that'll be covered up by the cap. And then find the bobby pin that I was using to mark my spot and remove that. Get some volume back here. And then to finish it off, this is an optional step, you don't have to do this. I'm just going to take a small piece of hair that maybe isn't as curled, like this one right here, and wrap it around the ponytail. And since it's curled, it kind of wants to form around the ponytail anyway. Tighten it up. You could tease the ponytail a little bit if you wanted to. And then place your cap on. And I love it because the braid go over the edge of your cap, but it totally will because we didn't add in hair on this side. And then I'm just going to bobby pin the cap in place. And then you have this really, really cute ponytail that just kind of hugs the cap in a cute way. Okay, last hack is adding some accessories to the way you attach your cap. So, clips like this. I got these pearl and golden clips on Amazon for super cheap, although last time I checked they were almost sold out. So I'll link these and also another set that's similar that I can find in the description box. But there's so many cute clips and bobby pins. Like there's these gold ones that are super pretty. You want to make sure whatever kind of clip or pin that you get, that it can close in between something that's not just like hair, that's like actual fabric. So you don't want something that like has to snap to connect. It needs to be able to have some space in between it. On one side, I'm just going to take one of these clips, make sure I grab some hair and the cap. You don't need a ton of hair because the cap or the clip will do most of the work. And go like this. And then take a bit of a smaller one like this. Grab some more hair, put it up in front. And then if it's not secure enough for you, you can take a little bit more of accent clips that are a little bit, or pins that are a little bit smaller like this one, and stick it on the other side. That way it's not like super overwhelming, and you can just stick this on the side where you're going to have your little tassel, and then stick the more, like the larger pieces on the side that's going to be the opposite of it. But like, I love how simple it is, and it's so secure. Like, this is not going anywhere at all. You could do them along the back if you wanted to. You could do it on just one side or both sides. You could do pearl, like bigger clips on both sides. You can get creative as you want. There's so many cute, like these kind of accent bigger clips are so in style right now. There's so many ways you can mix and match and just have a lot of fun. You can go really, really bold, or you could do something a little bit more simple. You could do like 2 or 3. Okay, now for the updo, I'm going to do the same thing I did in the last hairstyle and just kind of get some pieces to bring my face. And then I'm going to very softly divide the hair in half and bring it all forward. I don't want a really distinct part line, and so I'm just kind of grabbing everything and bringing it forward. And then I'm going to grab one side and bring it to behind my ear and pull it into a ponytail, and then do the same thing on the other side. And I cover up my ears a little bit so I can have this be a little bit more soft. And then to add some more texture and dimension, I'm just going to loosen up the ponytail just a little bit and make a hole above the ponytail and flip the ponytail into that hole. You could use a top to tail if you have one. I don't, so I'm just working with what I got. Okay, and then once we're to this point, I'm going to just like add a little bit more volume up top so it's not so tight. And then I'm just going to take 2 fingers in one hand and then hold the ponytail on the other, put them underneath, then twist my wrist, and then pull your ponytail through that little hole and bob pin it in place. I'll show you again on the other side. You could do any bun you wanted really, but I think this one is especially cute. Okay, so I'll show you one more time. 2 fingers underneath the ponytail, grabbing my hair with the other, and then twisting my wrist 360 degrees, then opening that hole up and pulling the ends through. If your hair is not long enough to do that, you could also tie a knot and then just pin the ends up into the bun, and that will basically do the same thing. Pin as much as you need to, mess around with them, get them the way you like. Then we can get our cap all situated. Get our cap all situated. And the one thing I really love about this one is it's really hard to have the hairstyle get in the way of your cap. I love this one because your hair can be up. It's a little bit more spunky and not so like formal, but still formal because you have like a lot of that curly texture. I think this one would especially look cute with those more dressed up pearl clips. If you want to check out more hairstyles and hacks for graduation hair, you can click right here. If you want to check out how I got my curls, you can click right here. And if you want to subscribe, you can click right here. I love you guys so much, and don't ever forget that you are enough. Bye! Mwah!